Buckle up, everybody. It's Grammy night.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, the first awards are already dropping some serious hints about how this whole night might actually unfold.
Right.
So we're going to dive deep into all these early wins.
Yeah.
And trust me,
Okay.
you do not want to miss this.
It's like getting a sneak peek into the Academy's playbook, right?
Exactly.
What's catching their attention? What stories are they vibing with?
Yeah.
These early awards, they can be surprisingly telling.
Exactly. And speaking of surprises, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, yeah.
Just won her first ever Grammy.
Wow.
For Best Pop Solo Performance with Espresso.
Espresso.
Now, I'll admit, when I first heard it,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is catchy.
Mm-hmm.
But is it Grammy-worthy?
Well, I think
Yeah.
on the surface, Espresso might seem like your typical summer bop.
It does.
But what's interesting here is the production.
Okay.
It's layered, it's sophisticated. It's playing with those like retro sounds that are having a real moment
Oh, yeah.
in pop music right now.
Yeah.
You know, so this win could signal
Interesting.
that the Academy is looking beyond just like surface level catchiness.
Right.
And they're actually rewarding a more nuanced approach to pop production.
That's a really great point.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a trend we're going to see more of tonight. Right?
Maybe so, yeah.
Now, speaking of trends, Charli XCX.
Yes.
She is making some serious waves.
Huge waves.
With not one, but two early Grammy wins.
I know. This is big.
She cleaned up.
Best Dance Pop Album for Brat.
Yeah.
And Best Dance Pop Song for Von Dutch.
Love it. So good.
And you know what?
Right.
This is especially huge, considering it's her first Grammy win as a solo artist after like a decade. Of pushing boundaries in the music industry.
That's true. And you know her producer, Finn Keen, when he accepted the award?
He even said that it felt like, you know, Charli's music was finally getting the recognition it deserves.
Right.
After all these years.
Yeah.
So
that's really cool.
Yeah, it was a really sweet moment.
I love that. I think it's fascinating, though, that neither Charli XCX nor Sabrina Carpenter were there to accept these initial awards.
It's so interesting, right?
It is.
It almost feels like a power move.
Like a power move.
Like they're skipping the early awards
to
focus on their performance slots later in the evening.
Oh, that's so interesting. You think they're confident?
Maybe, yeah.
About, like, snagging even bigger awards later on?
Right.
Or is this like a strategy?
I think it definitely adds another layer of intrigue.
For sure.
To the whole night, right?
Definitely, yeah.
It makes you wonder if these early wins are a predictor of, like, bigger things to come.
Oh, total.
Or if the established stars, like, you know, Beyoncé are going to dominate, as usual.
Right. Speaking of Beyoncé.
Oh, yeah.
She is leading the nominations.
She is killing it.
With a whopping 11 nominations.
Wow.
For Cowboy Carter.
Yeah.
And she already won Best Country Performance by a duo or group.
She did.
For Two Most Wanted with Miley Cyrus.
Love that song.
Me too. However, she did not win Best Country Song. And that went to Kacey Musgraves.
Interesting.
Yeah. For The Architect.
Okay.
Which tackles like some really heavy themes of faith and trauma after a school shooting.
Wow.
So that's a big one.
Musgraves' win is powerful, though.
Yeah.
It really shows that the Academy is recognizing music that engages with these, like, difficult social issues.
Right.
You know, it's not just a fun night of awards.
Yeah.
This is a platform for artists to make statements.
For sure.
You know, and her acceptance speech was all about, like, fighting darkness with music.
Yes. And you know, the night actually started.
It did.
So it was a really powerful tribute as well.
Yeah.
To the LA wildfire victims.
Oh, right.
And first responders.
Right.
With Yolanda Adams.
Amazing.
And Angelique Kidger.
Yeah.
Performing a rendition of Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Oh, wow.
That gospel-infused take on the Simon and Garfunkel classic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I love that they did that.
Talk about setting the tone.
Right.
For a night of emotions.
It's like the Grammys are acknowledging the role of music, right?
Sure.
In healing and bringing communities together, especially after these tragedies. You know, I think that quote from the Grammy CEO, Harvey Mason Jr.
Oh, yeah.
About music's power to inspire and unite.
Totally.
It really resonated with me.
Oh, with me too, for sure. Okay, let's talk about the big one.
Yes.
Album of the year.
The big one.
So we've got Billie Eilish. We've got Taylor Swift.
Okay.
We've got Chappell Roan.
All right.
And, of course, we have Beyoncé.
Of course.
Who, surprisingly, has never won this category.
Crazy, right?
Despite multiple nominations.
I know.
And we can't forget Andre 3000.
Oh, yes.
With his, wait for it, spiritual jazz flute album.
Oh, I love this.
New Blue Sun.
New Blue Sun. What a title.
I know. Talk about range.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate
totally.
the early winners.
Right.
Like Charli XCX and Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah. They are absolutely in the running for Album of the Year.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Do those early wins.
Right.
Give them momentum.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a fascinating race to the finish.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Will Beyoncé finally break her Album of the Year curse?
Right. It could happen.
Will these early wins translate into even bigger victories?
It's possible.
Or will someone completely unexpected steal the show?
Oh, that would be amazing. I love a dark horse.
Me too. This Grammy night is shaping up to be one for the books.
Definitely.
And I, for one, cannot wait to see what unfolds.
Me neither. Buckle up, everybody. This is going to be good.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, everyone.